just arrived in Skopje, North Macedonia. North Macedonia, birthplace of Mother Teresa, home of Alexander the Great, and hopefully much else. So, on this little Balkan adventure, I'm gonna take the bus into the city center now, get settled, and see what this beautiful city has to offer. I pretty much don't know anything about it, so I'm really excited to check it out and see what's going on. Just exchanged some cash. It's time to get haggled by some taxi drivers now while I find the airport shuttle. Quite a rainy day out today. Yeah, I don't know what I expected the weather to be, but it was pretty nice in Istanbul leaving, so a little bit different. But let's check the signs and see where it goes. I looked into renting a car, but because of my age, it would have been too expensive, so public transport, Flixbus, that's what we're going with for now. I'm not exactly sure where the shuttle service goes to, so we're gonna keep looking. Had to wait 45 minutes, but the cab prices were a little steep for me, so here we are on the bus headed into downtown Skopje, and it started raining quite hard in the meantime, so let's see how long this bus takes. Just got off the bus here and I got about a 20-minute walk to the hostel to hopefully get checked in. And first order of business, get some coffee, but damn, the weather here is terrible today. I know I said it before, but it's worse and worse in the city. But first impressions, pretty typical Balkan city it looks like. A lot of block housing, similar cars that you see. And yeah, I'm under a bridge right now. One thing I have heard is that there's tons and tons of bridges here in Skopje. So I'm excited to check it out, see what the hype's all about. About halfway through the walk now. Still in more of a spread out part of the city, not too many storefronts. One bigger mall here, and then mostly just apartment buildings. Wide streets spread out, and lots of puddles on the roads. So I'm doing my best to not get sprayed by oncoming traffic. Here, running through the city center, is the Vardar River. Not too familiar from where it comes from or where it goes, but it's quite big and runs through the whole city here in Skopje. I think we're pretty close to the hostel, but everything's still looking really spread out. Just block housing, apartment buildings. Haven't really reached the downtown yet, I guess. I believe there's kind of some Old Bazaar setups here, similar to how there is in Sarajevo and things like that, but I'm not totally certain. So we're gonna drop our bags and go check it out. Here's the hostel. It kind of looks like they do it all. A little early to check in, but I was able to drink a coffee and regroup a little bit. Out now, gonna explore the Old Bazaar and the city in general. But here, walking outside the hostel, we got a cool statue. I don't know if it's Alexander the Great or who it's supposed to be, but it's surrounded with a lot of Albanian flags. But pretty cool. And a mural also with a bunch of Albanian flags. My knowledge on the connection there's not so great. I know Kosovo, which shares a big border really close to here with Macedonia. Kosovo is made up of mostly Albanians, but I wasn't so sure about Macedonia. But we will see and hopefully learn a little bit more about the history. Coming up the stairs here though, kind of a better view overlooking the statue once again. This cool park setup and mosques and this old fortress, it looks like. We'll definitely have to check that out as well. I'm not sure up here turns into a market as well because it has tons and tons of staircases going down leading to what I take to be shops or part of the bazaar, but we will see. This must be where Skopje does its recycling, because it seems like thousands of cans. But otherwise not too many people outside, but I do see tons and tons of statues. So we'll keep checking it out and see what else is going on. Maybe I just don't know my history that well, because I would guess that every statue of a ancient man here is Alexander the Great, but this one is actually Philip II. And quite an impressive structure. But I knew this from online that there's tons and tons of statues here, but I didn't realize there was actually this many. Walking in towards the downtown, I think I passed by the Old Bazaar. We'll go back to that on the way home, but there's tons of statues. I mean, here, behind there's more, and in the distance is the massive Alexander the Great statue, the famous one, I believe. But yeah, probably as many statues as people walking around, which isn't something you see every day. But really nice, clean. Really nice, clean city center, which is obviously always something you want to see. So, really good first impressions. I take it that this is the main bridge in town. Wide, just a walking bridge. Goes pretty far. Another statue here. But I take it this is the main bridge that kind of connects this newer buildings that look old, but they all, I take it, are pretty new. Kind of that revival style building. And the Old Bazaar, older side of town, with the fortress and everything behind me. So here we are, crossing the bridge. Getting towards the other side of the bridge now. No shortage of statues again. You can count one big one, 2, 3, and of course the massive Alexander the Great statue in the middle. Definitely the most impressive one we've seen. Huge, really beautiful. It looks like it's usually a fountain that's covered up at the bottom, probably just because the time of year it is in late November. But we'll go check it out a little more. Pretty impressive stuff. And again, this side actually probably more beautiful, looks newer, brand new tiles and everything else. So really nice city center for starts. If I showed every statue I passed by, it would take all day. So I haven't showed most of them, but this is one that's definitely worth showing, is Mother Teresa statue right outside this massive Orthodox cathedral here. Quite a beautiful cathedral. Tons of them, obviously, Eastern Europe, but this one really, really nice from the other ones I've seen. Gold dome. Let's see if we can check out the inside. Really, really beautiful on the inside. There's no telling how old it is, but it seems either pretty newer or had some serious renovations done recently. It was like super well preserved. And next to it is this massive bell tower. Just a quick stroll now through the city center. A lot more lively than kind of on the outskirts where the hostel is. But weather's not the best, so I'm gonna head back a little bit, try to check in, but on the way, go through the Old Bazaar, kind of the old town, and see if we can find something to eat and just check it out, get some first impressions, and get a vibe for what the next few days is going to look like here in Skopje. On the walk back, the same theme. This is probably the most we've seen, but maybe 15 to 20 statues on each side of this bridge. I don't even know if they're actually of, oh, they are. Each one has a little plaque telling who it is of. I think most of them are of ancient Greek figures, which is cool because before arriving here, I always thought Macedonia and Greece, I think they do, have some tension, some beef, based off of claims of the name Macedonia, because there's also a region in Greece called Macedonia, and that's why this nation now has north in front of it. And also I think that there's some disagreements over the country of origin, birthplace of Alexander the Great. Obviously North Macedonia's national hero, but also in some history books known to be Greek. So seems like they're doing better though, because you know, all these plaques, but I'll have to look deeper into that before I know for certain. Almost back to the Old Bazaar now. Finally made it to the old town. Kind of typical what you'd expect. Lots of gift shops, restaurants, all the good stuff that kind of check it out on the first day. Couldn't find somewhere to sit down and get some authentic Balkan food, Macedonian food, but it's cool to check out. I'll get my magnet for my collection and pop around some of the stores, but yeah, cool little old bazaar, similar to Sarajevo and some of these other countries that have that Ottoman influence, which is pretty neat to see in Europe. Finally sat down, got out of the rain a little bit under this big umbrella, ordered some kebabche, not sure what they call it here. Those are just the other names in the region, but I'm excited to try it out and continue on with the day. Thank you so much. First impressions, really cool city, kind of that Ottoman vibe with the newer stuff going on. Just a sneak peek today of what the city kind of has to offer. I'll dig deeper over the next few days and see some more local stuff, but just a good stroll through today, and I like what I see, so I'm excited to check out the rest of it.